Hello festival goers of the internet and rhythm kids of the community. On the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest and arguably most proper rhythm functions that happen in North America. Y'all know as Riddim Olympics, it is Northern Invasion 2024 going down February 9th and 10th at Club Soda in Montreal, Canada. And because this event is such a big deal in the rhythm community, this is going to be my biggest booking to date as the Festival Finesser because I'm going back to back with WHOISBRIAN for the second time, opening up day 2. So make sure you guys are there early because if they line up like this, it is going to be insane from start to finish. And we're going to be talking about all those artists in this video, the Canada debuts, the North America debuts, and just why this event is always so crazy, why I always look forward to coming here, and why you're going to take it and experience it for yourself, alright? Shout out Alpha Squadron. Let's run the intro and get into the video.
Can I get it?
Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, Canada fam, can I get a yer? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For those who are new here and don't know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser. I'm a videographer, content creator, and DJ. This is my YouTube channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences where they focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. Now today we're talking about the Riddim Olympics 2024. Like I said, my biggest booking to date. I'm going back to back with WHOISBRIAN for a second time. My first time was at Grocery Bash in Arizona. You can watch that vlog up here after this one. But today we are going to be getting into all of these artists. But before we do that, I want to talk about the event a little bit because yes, the lineup always creates a crazy experience. It makes you want to go, but the crowd, the environment, and just the whole experience makes you want to come back because it's always such an adventure going to Montreal. I don't know, it just feels different, you know? I mean, for me, it's insanely different because it's cold as fuck, it's snowy as fuck, and everyone's speaking French. So I'm just like very like culturally shocked, you know? It's very different.
This is what Montreal is like, dude. What?
And just the crowd, the energy there is insane. And the venue, Club Soda, it's like, you know, it's I always say it's like the most proper rhythm function you can possibly get because it doesn't have your high, you know, budget LEDs and lasers and shit. I mean, it might have lasers, but it's mainly just lights and like lighting structures and, you know, like it's just insane, bouncy, mosh pit crowds, everybody screaming and just insane crowd reaction, and everyone that's there is very core and like it's definitely built up a lot of hype as being like something every rhythm kid should experience once. You know, it's a big deal and people have, you know, definitely traveled far and like outside of the country, I'm being one of them, to come to this event because the artists that come here are so exclusive. And it's like, you know, we have a bunch of Canadian debuts, but even some artists who have never been here to North America at all. It is just like very exclusive and they always get, like they always nail it on the head. The lineup is rhythm as fuck. It's as rhythm as it can get for the most part. And like that makes this live very hard because everyone is just rhythm. And like, yeah, there's different kinds of rhythm. So I'm going to be doing my best to explain and just like, you know, give my general consensus. Some of these artists are even so OG that I'm not really like familiar. You know, I have to do a little bit of digging and research, but there are definitely some artists I'm super hyped on, very familiar with, and they do a very good job, Alpha Squadron, of giving you the OGs and the legends of the rhythm community and culture, and also the young bucks, the fresh guys, the newbies who are making a buzz, and I'm super stoked to be looking at this lineup. So let's dive in here. We're going to be looking at it day by day. And on Friday, our headlining artist is Artix, his Canadian debut. I'm very cool with Artix, so I'll probably be able to get some really cool content. You know, main stage, Northern Invasion, you know, crazy mosh pits. And like, yeah, I'm definitely stoked for Artix. He's going to throw down very rhythm, been doing rhythm for a very long time on SoundCloud. And finally, someone who I think has really like, you know, been a SoundCloud like rhythm staple and finally like put a face to his name. And he's, you know, like once you see him, you can't forget him. He's got the dreads and the pink and black hair and tattoos everywhere. And like, he's a fucking character, he's a clown, he's good energy, and like he really fucks with this passion, and he's just an awesome dude. So shout out Artix, I'm super stoked for that. Next up we have Ionix. He seems like he is a Northern Invasion staple. I don't recall he's been there every year, but it's just, you know, a very proper artist, and again, like not someone you're gonna get to see often. That's someone I'm pretty sure has never been to the United States, and it's gonna be a very proper OG like core rhythm set, and I just expect doubles, and you know, honestly it's gonna be insane. Next up, we have Del Chero, who is also going to be making his Canada debut. And Del Chero is someone who I've seen on SoundCloud for a very long time. Someone I never really saw on a lot of live lineups. So seeing him on here is going to be very sick. I have actually been seeing a lot of buzz. A lot of my homies have been supporting him and playing his music, and like I've gotten connected that way. And so he's been on my radar a lot more recently. I've been able to kind of like see his name pop up, and like this is going to be a very big treat. Going to be a proper rhythm set, and you know I do know a few Del Chero tracks. I have them in my library, and like I'm just very excited to. It's going to be a very core, proper rhythm set. I'm saying that right now. Next up, we have another one I'm super stoked for. Glock's back-to-back Shark. And Glock's is someone I play a lot of in my sets. I can double him so easily, and his sound is just very stompy, very dark, and just very underground and grungy, you know? And so I'm not too familiar with Shark, honestly, and I noticed that he had a lot of, mixes and back-to-backs with Glocks, so I feel like their chemistry on stage is going to be very crazy, and it's going to be a very, maybe not planned, but, like, they're just going to have a lot of chemistry, and it's going to be, like, a Flix and Modus vibe, you know? They're just going to be insane, proper. I'm not too sure what kind of tracks Shark is going to be giving, if it's going to be more, like, old-school, like, OG rhythm, or if it's going to be that, like, you know, more modern-day kind of rhythm, similar to Mad Dubs, who's also making his Canada debut. Mad Dubs actually recently just moved to America and did a bunch of stuff in the US, is now, you know, living here, and it's going to be dope to see him again. I only saw him at Summoning for the first time, but to see him at, inside at this kind of event with this kind of crowd is going to be insane, and it's going to be mad, you know, and it's just going to be bouncy, high energy, and just like jaw-dropping, you know, crazy crowd reactions. And that's what you're going to get the whole entire day with all of these artists, you know. The whole weekend is going to be, oh my god, Will, like middle fingers up and just doing these, and like it's gonna be I should do some reactions, you know, best reactions of Northern Invasion. It's just always an awesome time, and the energy in that room, wherever it's at, it's insane. So yeah, that's Glock's back-to-back Shark. Gonna be sick, gonna be heavy, and rhythmy for sure. Mad Dubs as well, high energy, bouncy. Next up, we have a North America debut, Nexus. Again, someone that you almost didn't think existed outside of SoundCloud. You know, you never see a picture, never see a name on a lineup. He is just always being rinsed and always retweeted or reposted on SoundCloud. And I have a bunch of Nexus tracks. Just always go off. They are hard as fuck. And that again is gonna be that jaw-dropping, what the fuck is going on kind of set. Next up we have Ryu, a birthday set who I wasn't too familiar with. I've seen the name, but I wasn't too familiar on the production. And when I did go to his SoundCloud, it was a lot of remixes of Pass Out and Raptor, maybe not specifically, but just a lot of classic rhythm anthems that he remixed or VIP'd or did whatever, a lot of specials and stuff like that. So I feel like the DJing here, the set and the mixing is going to be really fucking crazy. He has a lot of mixes and a lot of DJ battles and contest submissions on his that I noticed. So I feel like that is going to be it's going to be a very crazy set, mixed and very technical. That is just going to again, I'm not too familiar, so I'm very excited to see all of these artists who I've never seen. I've never seen Glock's live, never seen Shark live, never seen Del Chero live, never seen Nexus live, never seen Ryu live. That's just a whole entire day of first for me, which is rare. I've been doing this shit for so long, like 10 years, and I'm still seeing people for the first time, because that's why I love Northern Invasion, bro. You get all these street artists you never get to see because they can't come to America or visas or whatever, but, you know, seeing them here is fucking insane. That's why we came here for the first year we came were for artists like Nexus and Glocks, and we drove 7 hours through the snow, Montreal's biggest snowstorm in like 20 years, to come to this shit for like 4 hours and then drive back home the same day.
It's 3:30. We now have a 5-hour drive ahead of us.
We did that shit. You can watch the vlog up here. And then opening up on the first day, we have BD Back-to-Back Falcon. Two artists I'm semi-familiar with, mainly from SoundCloud and just, you know, reposts and scrolling and, you know, downloading music. Now we're going to go into day 2, Saturday, February 10th. And we have the Don Shivers, who played last year as well. Just Shivers, you just insane DJ technicality, mixing, plates, doubles, triples, and like I'm pretty sure most of the time he's up there, he's just freestyling it. And that's what is even more insane, is he just knows how to do it. He is confident and he just goes up there and rips shit every time, and like it's gonna be insane. And I'm super excited for Shivers and what he is gonna bring as a headliner for Northern Invasion for what, I don't even know what year it is, but definitely he's coming back, and I'm stoked to see him again and be chilling with him. I remember going to Northern Invasion, like one of the first sets, and he was already there chilling, like supporting the acts. The fact that he was there so early, I was like, yo, that's fucking sick. And like he was there the whole entire night and just vibing, chilling, and then when he fucking took the stage, like I said, he rips shit, he destroys. So always a crazy set, always someone like I love watching him live, because like seeing him what he's doing like up close is just fucking like mind-boggling. Definitely mad love to Shivers, and all love he's given to me over the years has been crazy. Nothing but love, and I'm stoked to be able to get some content and shoot and, like, you know, just expose him even more, you know. So going into the next tier here, we have Badface Back-to-Back Apocalypse, and that is just, again, 2 Riddim Dons, 2 legends, 2 OGs, and 2 like pioneers, honestly. So that is just going to be very proper, and I feel like that's going to be a mix of like old school and modern, because like I definitely feel like Apocalypse is making more music nowadays than Badface, but Badface definitely had like his anthems and like, you know, his time, and is now more of a legend and OG. Still has shit like, you know, like circulating, but you know, I feel like Apocalypse has just like been more of a prominent name in the Riddim community, more so in my opinion than I've seen. Next artist here is more of a newbie, but again, somebody who has been doing shit on SoundCloud for years and finally just recently kind of like broke into the scene and getting booked and going on tours and just like, you know, having more notoriety and getting his name recognized, bro. This dude has been doing this shit for so long. You know, I finally saw him play Lost Lands, like that, a big stage like that. I only saw him in warehouses and like, you know, underground shit, and his tour was for the underground, you know, like, and it's just, you know, very underground Riddim shit. But the fact he was able to do that and have like a successful turnout, and like, I just think it's so sick, and like I said, it's sick to be finally seeing the support that I think he deserves. I feel like he is going to come very proper for a show like this, so I'm very stoked to see Deuces for only my 3rd time, I'm pretty sure, but again, listening to him for years. Next up, we have another Canada debut, Inactive, somebody who broke into the scene more as a tear-out producer and artist, but is making more of a switch and like, I guess, like an imprint in the Riddim scene, and trying to like steer away from the tear out and do more Riddim sets and Riddim music and collabing with Riddim artists, and definitely has a heavier and more and a very underground sound. But you know, his first track that really popped him off for me was very tear out and heavy, and I fucking love that like growl, like horn, like stomp. And, you know, it's almost like a more like a less dingy Versa sound, like less industrial and just more like growly. But yeah, I love the Inactive sound. I love where he's going with it. I have yet to actually see him, I'm pretty sure. So again, a Canada debut, an FF debut, you know, like a first for me. So definitely stoked to finally get that under my belt. And hopefully with the connections he has to Paragon and WHOISBRIAN, I might get to do some special content and just be able to film him, like, you know, with my Sony or, you know, on stage, whatever. So that is, you know, I'm definitely trying to do more like on-stage media this year and get some more like professional content for the portfolio, and also that like mosh pit content for the channel and the content and for my platforms, you know. So next up, we have a New Orleans legend and a Florida legend, 7 back-to-back stains, and again, 2 Riddim Dons on SoundCloud. You know, people have been doing shit for years. People have had like bangers and been like, you know, like I've been seeing these dudes for years And then like it's awesome to be connected with Stains from, you know, just playing shows and Florida homies and like Philly homies even, and like Seven from New Orleans homies, and just like, you know, Seven's did a watermark for me. One of his tracks, Lappy Taffy, is one of my fucking, like, one of my most played tracks in my library. I've listened to it for years and I still play it and double to this track. It is one of like the most like festival finesser like anthems. If there was a song that could like identify me that I like, and if I was gonna produce music, it would be like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my fucking kind of music right there. And Stains, just that core OG rhythm sound, very just like, I can't even describe it aside for like OG. It's just very like core rhythm, very underground, and very just like very rhythm. That's all I can really say, honestly. This artist I'm not familiar with here next. Subdecta. Yeah, it's a 3. Subdecta. Just have no idea, honestly, respectfully. So my apologies on that. But next on here, we all kind of know and have heard of. Vulgar has been buzzing the last year, and maybe even the last, like, I don't even know. Has it been 2 years? I don't even know, but it feels this has been their fucking year, and they have really made a mark on the rhythm community and left their imprint on, you know, I feel like they're kind of the first to do the masquerade, the mask thing, and now this whole masquerade, like, you know, what is it, collective has been born and like is crushing it, dude. Anyone with a mask rhythm right now is going crazy. Vulgar, Sanzu, Seven, Chango, Inactive, like all those dudes are going insane right now, and like they're all under that Paragon management, I'm pretty sure. So WHOISBRIAN is fucking running shit low key right now. And then speaking of, you know, the last artist I hear, WHOISBRIAN, back to back myself. We never planned for a grocery bash. We're probably not gonna plan for here. There's a lot of like freestyle shit and just like going off the vibe, and that's something I don't usually do. I usually come very prepared and rehearsed, but you know, the more you prepare something like that, I feel like the more you have the ability to fuck it up. You know, I go all these live shits, put all these sets, put all these shows, I have the decks at my house, so I should be pretty confident and be able to mix off him. And you know, we've done it before, and you know, it's not something new to me. So like, I'm pretty confident, and I'm just gonna I've been going through my rhythm tracks. I got a rhythm playlist right now, and I'm just filtering through it, organizing and building the ultimate rhythm playlist to play out on Northern Invasion, and just come crazy with doubles, triples, and a lot of fake outs and delay drops, and just come crazy. So that is Northern Invasion 2023 lineup, and it is just stacked with your legends, OGs, newbies, young bucks, and even like, bro, the fact that me and Brian are playing is fucking crazy. So yeah, if you guys have not seen the Northern Invasion vlogs from the previous years, you definitely should. I feel like they'll definitely get you hyped and make you consider going based on the adventure that it brings and the crowd experience. And just the experience overall. The venue is proper, the crowd is proper, the artists are proper, the show is proper, and the vibes are proper, man. And this is a bunch of core rhythm kids, and then it's straight high knees, skanking out, and just gunfinger energy the whole entire night long. And it is just an awesome vibe with awesome people by awesome promoters and event organizers. Bro, Alpha Squadron done things proper, and you know, Club Soda is just an awesome venue. It's got 2 levels. You know, it doesn't feel small, but when it's not like filled up, it's not a big space, but it makes it intimate, and you can see the DJ close, and like you can chill, you can vibe. It's re-entry, and it is just like an awesome experience, an awesome vibe. It's something you definitely want to do once if you're a rhythm kid. Definitely something you should experience, and this is going to be my 3rd year, and I'm very excited to be experiencing it from the other side on the stage and have that kind of treatment and hospitality. So shout out Alpha Squadron again. There's also going to be a pre-party and after party if you are going to be there, if you're going to be in town. I'm definitely going to try and make it stay out of it like I did last year. We got there a day early, Friday, Saturday, stay a day late, go home. And you know, it's awesome just being there in the snow with your homies in a different country for the rhythm, for the scene, for the underground, for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely I would imagine there's gonna be Northern Invasion merch. So make sure you guys save up for that and get it ASAP, because I'm pretty sure last year they sold out. I'm also gonna be doing my best to come with merch. I have the Love Hate Rhythm tees, which you guys saw probably have been seeing recently a lot of my videos, but we have those still available. I have Finesse Gang beanies available, and it's gonna be fucking cold, so you're definitely gonna want to snag a beanie. And again, it's expensive to ship to Canada, so if you're Canada fan, if you're Canada Finesse Gang, definitely think about, you know, getting merch while I'm in Canada, because I really can't ship to Canada, you know, for cheap. The shipping costs as much as the item usually. So yeah, I can definitely, you know, convert American to Canadian. We can work something out. And I will also have new hoodies. They're gonna say "Mosh Pits Are Not a Crime" in red and black tie-dye. I'll show you a little sample mock-up of what it's gonna look like, and those are gonna be hopefully available as well. If I don't sell out before Northern Invasion. So I will have all of that, hopefully. If you're watching it from the US, you can DM me now to order any of that. Love Hate Rhythm tees, Finesse Gang beanies, Mosh Pits Are Not a Crime tees, and hoodies. And I also have a few Finesse Gang jerseys as well. So those are all the updates. And again, after Northern Invasion, it's going to be kind of quiet and probably even up to Northern Invasion. You're not going to be seeing me out a lot. I'm going to be saving, practicing, preparing, and just building, growing, you know, and making sure that I'm financially stable for my future. And that 2024 can still be a year of finessing festivals without breaking the bank out of my pockets. All right, so that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out Alpha Squadron again, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys for the next one, and at Northern Invasion, February 9th and 10th at Club Soda in Montreal. Let's get it.